Hi Beach Channel, my name is Carly and you're watching Life and Style, and we are here with the lovely Rafaela Taylid, and she is the owner operator of Rave Beauty Studios. Welcome.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. I want to know everything there is to know about eyebrows right now. Let's dive in. What exactly do you do with them?
Okay, so I do many different services, but from the most basic of like just shaping them, waxing them, mapping them, I laminate them, so I treat them. I also add hair, so I microblade.
Okay.
So a little bit of everything that has to do with eyebrows is what I do.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And do you do anything with lashes as well?
I do a little bit of lash lifts. I add it as a combo to the brows.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
perfect because you need to complement the brows with the lashes.
And it's honestly the perfect combo. You
Yeah.
do your lashes and your eyebrows. Once you get out of there, you're all set.
Yeah, absolutely. And then I saw that there were freckles too.
Yes, freckles is a little spicy topic, right? Because some
Yeah.
people are like, I try to take them off, but if you just want to enhance an old freckle that maybe lost its color, you can do that. So I
Yeah.
offer it. Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
So I'm really interested in how you started. Did you started like out of high school? How did it work?
I started when I was 21.
Okay.
Right. So I basically wanted to find my niche, you know what I mean? Like something
Yeah.
that I wanted to do. And I was all over the place, and I just finally decided to stick to cosmetics, and to the beauty industry.
It's like the best field. I feel like you're just making everybody happy and you're making people feel beautiful.
It's very gratifying, honestly. Yeah.
It's like extremely gratifying. And like we're looking at this picture right here.
Yeah.
This is the before.
Yes, this is before.
And then her after is beautiful, which we're going to see right now.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
So imagine that. And so it looks fluffy, it looks airy, it looks natural.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of microblading style that I do.
So, okay. So when you're looking at like a client and they're like they're kind of have like a loss of eyebrows, you
Yeah.
tell them exactly what they want, or how you like, how do you approach the
A little bit of both.
consultation?
A little bit of both. So starting the consultation, I usually just look at their face, I do the symmetry and everything, and then we start a conversation, right?
Yeah, about what they want.
Exactly. What is their past with their eyebrows? Do they do their makeup often? What is their end goal?
Yeah.
Why are they here in the first place?
Exactly.
And so once we tackle that and we get into a good medium with what is natural and what their expectations are, then we proceed with the shape and everything and
Yeah.
the color and all that stuff.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
the work is beautiful, and I'm
Honestly.
sure. How long does this last?
It could last you up to 2 years.
Uh-huh.
Not up to. Some people have like some like leftover residue of pigment left over in their eyebrows, but it's not as prominent, the hair strokes, right? So then you get it touched up.
Okay, I see. I
Yeah.
think that's really cool. I mean, you do the majority microblading just because there's such a demand right now.
There is a demand. There's different styles of microblading. So I offer also mini micro.
Okay.
So it's a little bit of a, like, let's just say half of the service of a full microblading. And what I like to focus on is just the sparse spots.
Okay.
Right? So kind of if you already have a very nice thick eyebrow and you have like a little gap that you're kind of missing, we'll fill that in without overwhelming your eyebrow.
Absolutely. Yeah, I love that. I mean, I have a cowlick and I always I'm like filling it in. I need to do the microblading.
But honestly, sometimes you'd be surprised that right now the cowlick is in style.
Really?
Yeah,
I had
yeah.
no idea. I'm always
Yeah.
trying to hide it.
No,
so.
some people are like, let it out, let it be. Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Really interesting. You also do brow lamination.
Yes, brow lamination is super, super hot right now.
Okay.
And it has been hot, honestly, for a while.
Really?
Right there.
Yeah, right there. So what is like the after care for like these types of things? Like, I mean, I know brow microblading is
It's a whole other
other thing.
So when it comes to lamination, prepping for it is also very important.
Okay.
It's just, just as much as when you're going into your appointment, you want to have them all grown out. You don't want to have them trimmed before, because let's say you laminate them, right? And you like move them into a different shape and you have trimmed them beforehand.
Yeah.
It's not going to be even, So you also have to look out for that, wait a little bit of time before coming into your appointment. And then, yeah, you make sure you have strong eyebrows. See if you're a candidate, you can message me, anything like that, and I'll guide
So
you to it.
you'll accept like photos beforehand.
Oh,
to see,
yeah.
yeah, to
Yeah,
see
yeah. Especially
people.
like today I got a message from a client, future client, that she's like, I have no idea what to do, and so for me it's always easy. Send me a picture, right there and then. Let's just get a picture in. I'll tell you, what do you want, what is it you're looking for, and you might not end up with what you thought.
what you thought you wanted
Yeah, because
wanted in the
sometimes people
first
show me a
place.
picture and I'm like, that's not at all.
Yeah, your face.
Yeah.
You have to match it with the face, because sometimes
Yeah.
people are going in there and they're like, "I want this," and you're like,
Yeah.
"I don't know."
Yeah, or sometimes some people come in for a lamination and they're like, I don't want to do nothing. And I'm like, oh, wait, that doesn't mean that. You know what I mean? You have to brush them still, you know, do a little bit of stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So maybe those people are guide to microblading.
Hey, that's
Yeah.
awesome. So, I know that you also do classes.
Yes.
Yeah, because you have to share your
Yeah,
gift
yeah,
and
yeah.
everything. So tell me about those classes. And I know you have your studio it's beautiful. I've been in there.
Thank you. It's
But
a
let's talk
lovely-
about the classes first.
Okay, so I started teaching when I really felt like I had something to give, you
Okay.
know? I felt like I had my own way that I did it, own way that I came about doing like each service. So I teach laminations, I teach the brow lash shaping and the lash lifts, and I also teach microblading. I'm going into teaching the microblading.
Okay.
It's taking me a little while to get into teaching the microblading because I respect it a lot.
Yeah.
You know? And so when I felt comfortable enough to share something is when I decided to start the courses.
Oh my gosh, that's
Yeah.
awesome. I mean, that sharing what you know is awesome. And
Yes.
I know so many people that go to you and like they always are like, you like Rafaela, you have to go to her.
Oh my God, that's insane. I always, when I hear that, I had to pinch myself.
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm sure how many years have you been teaching now?
Well, I started in 2017. I started teaching around 2020. Yeah,
Okay.
when
Right when
everything hit.
everything went
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
But like your studio, you've expanded tremendously.
Oh my God. So, okay, so in this picture, if you see that first column right there, that was my first studio within those walls.
Wow.
Yeah, a little tiny little studio. That was mine. So I started from there, and then I started expanding slowly, literally tumbling down walls.
That was the first
No,
area.
no,
The one from the
first
wall.
picture, that first column, that was the little square that I had.
I see.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
And look at
yeah.
you now. You're
I
like,
know.
it's so beautiful, and you have like a cute little sign and everything. And
Yeah, and I
it's
have
just
somebody
such
doing
an experience.
facials.
You
Yeah.
are doing facials.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love that.
Not me. I
You
have somebody in
someone
there.
that goes
Yeah.
in there and
Yeah,
does it.
much
Are there
respect.
any
Yeah.
like particular facials that they do? Is there like or just like normal?
Everything. She's doing the oxygen facial. She's
Ooh.
doing all these things, you know, that I think are so cool. That
It
I
is
have like
amazing.
I have so much respect for that because it's somebody's face, you
Yeah,
know,
absolutely.
in the sense of like
I mean, you're touching the face
Yeah.
as well. This is what everybody sees
I know
every
I know.
single day.
Yeah, but everybody who does like services and everything like that. Oh my God, you know,
Yeah.
there's so much on the line.
You're
you know?
making people feel good. I always tell people, every type of beauty service, you're helping in a way like it's kind of like how a doctor helps make someone feel better.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Exactly.
Like I strongly believe that.
Exactly. I
Yeah.
mean, it would be surprised like when I have a client and they're checking themselves after, they're so happy.
Yeah.
I've seen tears. I've seen it all. You know.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah.
I kind of want to get into a little bit more on how you kind of started the business. I know you were 21.
Yeah.
But I want to like kind of dive in. Like, did it just take off, or no?
No.
It took time. Like, what was your social? Did you dive into social media?
Okay, so I had a social media presence,
Okay.
right? And I really couldn't figure out how to get clients, you know, or how to get them to follow this other page. So I said, forget it. I'm going to change this up on them and I'm going to make it a business page. I'm going to make it my business page and they're just going to have to deal with it.
Yeah.
You know? And I just started posting my work. I started asking who wanted to be my model.
Yeah.
And surprisingly, I got a lot of support. I had friends of mine who would come and like just let me, you know, use them
Yeah.
as a guinea pig.
I mean,
you know?
I'm sure that they would love that.
I mean, it was the beginning, you know? You know? So they trusted me a lot, you know, and I'm like, ugh,
Yeah.
you know, but they're really kind enough to let me their face.
Aw,
Yeah,
that's amazing.
that's how I
So, like,
started.
how long, like, did it, like,
Okay,
from the
so when I first started, I started out with the girl, right?
Yeah.
And just to teach me kind of the ropes, everything. And then I went home. You know, I was like, okay, I'm going to go home and I'm going to just try to figure out what is it that I'm trying to do with this,
Yeah.
you know? So I changed up my name. I made a little space right off like the Florida room of the side of my room. And I just started accepting clients in, you know? They're like, oh, you do eyebrows or you do lashes? Yeah, come on in.
Yeah.
Hey, do you want to get your lashes done? Come on in.
Yeah.
And it took about 6 months till my dad was like, enough, you know? They're walking into the side of my house. some in boxers. They're like, hey, your daughter, she's so great, you know? And I was like, okay, you know, let's look around a little bit. Let's see where we're gonna go. And I don't know what, but I ended up finding the perfect spot, the perfect studio. And I had all my family come in, my friends come in and help me like set it all up.
And it just blew up from there.
Yeah, honestly. And then guess what? After 2020, boomed. Like just boomed. Everybody stayed at home, grew out their bushy eyebrows, and they needed me, you know? So after that I just blew up. So yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
I just like I love that.
Yeah.
Like it's so crazy how you start off like in your house.
Yeah.
And then it just goes
Honestly,
crazy.
yeah, and it's word of mouth. Honestly, everything is word of mouth. At first, I was very intense about like the social media and being really crazy about it and all that stuff. But I really figured out it's like that one-on-one moment that you get with your client that really brings in more.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely.
So, yeah.
Did you ever have to tell someone no?
Oh my God, yes.
Because
Yes.
that's your name on their eyebrow.
Yes, or you could fire a client. You know what I mean?
Oh,
It's spicy.
okay.
Yeah. But sometimes somebody shows you something, or actually in the beginning I had a client, you know, it was the first time seeing her, and she had the thinnest eyebrows, and she wanted the blockiest, biggest eyebrows ever, to the point where she wanted me to like do it on her forehead, and I was like, girly pop, no, we can't do
absolutely.
that. But she wanted it. She would grab the pencil and she would draw it, and this is where I want it, and I just...
Yeah, no, you can't do that stuff because that's your name on it.
No,
and when people are like, "Oh, who did your eyebrows?" They're gonna be like Rafaela, and you don't want that.
Yeah, no. But I remember she was spent a whole hour trying to figure out these eyebrows, where I kept like pushing them back down to their natural form, and she was like, no more, and I was like, you know what, I just don't think we're gonna like click here, and that's it. Like I was just like, it's okay, you know, we're okay.
Here's a recommendation for someone else.
Yeah, I'm sure, you know, there's a lot of people who do what I do, you know.
Yeah,
so
I mean, but like not people that have the guts to say no. Like I feel like everybody's like a yes man nowadays. If you say no, I respect you. Yeah, because you don't like...
Exactly. I mean, there's people I say no to right now. Let's say like people who have previous microblading and they're not ready yet just to refresh them or do anything else. I will say not yet. You know what I mean? Like just wait. I won't just jump into the eyebrow.
No,
you know?
absolutely not.
Again, my name is on there.
Yeah,
you know?
your name is on there. It's your business card at the end of the
Exactly.
day. People are talking, and like you said, it's all word of mouth.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And the eyebrows are one of the things that people always, like, if someone doesn't have eyebrows, people won't be like, what the hell is going on?
No, somebody's going to be like, what's up? Are you going through something, you know? Like,
it's the thing that people notice first, I always say.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, especially when I look at people, I'm like...
Especially you.
Yeah. I'm like, I am looking, you know? Yeah.
So I also want to dive into trends. What is trending right now?
Okay, so this is a little bit of... I kind of try to have this conversation with my husband just because I was trying to explain to him to see if he understood what the brow trends is right now. But I would like to say where I got is everybody's trying to just tone it down a little bit.
Okay.
You know? Yes, this is like what we're showing right now on the screen. This is very bushy, but this is to her naturally.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
do you think she has like lamination?
100%, you know? But these are not microbladed. You know what I mean? So these are to what she has.
Okay.
You know? And they're fluffy. They're much more natural. They're not boxed in, so they don't look like Sharpied in.
Okay.
You know? If you really like zoom in a little bit to it, it's fluffy.
Yeah, I see
you
it.
know, there's some space to it. So that's what I feel like is in right now for the fluffy brow.
For the fluffy brow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is Hailey Bieber, right? So she's very popular. Her look is very clean. It's a clean girl aesthetics is what they call it, right? So she has minimal tweezing here. You know, she's not going in on her arch or anything like that. So this is very natural. This is what I mean by toning it down.
Yeah, and she's got the freckle thing going on too.
Exactly. Yeah, she knows. She does. Yeah, and they're strategically placed. You know?
They are.
Yeah.
Okay, and
this
then
is Kylie. Yeah. So again, she's also toning it down. She used to be very much into penciling them in, doing the ombre front, everything like that. And she is definitely bringing it down a little bit. She still pencils them in, but again, toned down.
Absolutely.
Yeah. This is the skinny brow trend. This is different.
This is
right?
This is like 90s, right?
Yeah, but you guess what? This is back in.
It's coming back.
Well, I will say I appreciate a little bit of it. Yeah. Now, this will be different because I do love a fluffy brow. But when I get a client like this, right, coming in for the thickest, you know, jammiest brow, I'm like, where? You know what I mean? Like, this is not going to happen, you know? So let's...
You got to be realistic.
Yeah. So this is what I mean of, like, I think everybody's trying to figure out what looks good in their face, and they're going for it, right?
Yeah.
So I've seen this girl quite a bit for like a couple years, and she's never really had really thick eyebrows. So I think she's finally accepted it, is going for it, and I love it.
Yeah,
you know?
I like it too. It's really, it works for her.
Works for her, yeah. So
for
whatever,
sure.
it again, if it goes with your face, go for it. You know?
Absolutely.
And so this is Gigi, and this is her natural eyebrow. So this is blessed.
Crazy. Yeah.
You know, and she's just shaped it up a little bit, cleaned it up a little bit, but that's it. On and moving. Yeah.
Loved it.
Yeah. And then this is Bella. Okay, so now she's going for the fox look. I think I included 2 pictures in this one, but this one right here is after the brow transfer, that like lifted end, right? Now this one has caused me some trouble, like in the studio, because people come in and they're like, I want to shave off the end of my eyebrow, and I'm like, no, I'm not gonna do that. You know, I'm gonna shape up your eyebrow. I'm gonna do everything, and then if you get home, you know, and you want to go and this is where you can start. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to do that.
No,
you know what I mean? So
that's absolutely not happening.
Exactly.
Bella, you're making
like cute for
crazy.
You. Yeah. No. So.
Oh, well, I mean, that's amazing. I love all these trends.
Yeah.
Except Bella's is still a little
Bella's
scary
is a little
to me.
extreme. I think some people started like actually lifting their eyebrow just to get the look. Yeah.
I mean, she's definitely gotten some plastic surgery to kind of lift that as
well.
So.
But I think some people didn't know that. You know what I mean? So they came in and they're like, yeah, we're just going to shave them off. I'm like, I don't think so.
No. You gotta, no. There's other things that we can do.
Exactly.
But I'm so happy that you came on today.
Oh, thank you for having me.
I loved this whole thing. I loved learning about the trends and how you started, because I've always wanted to know. I love these stories about how they start in their houses and then build up, and now you have this awesome clientele.
Oh, I appreciate it.
And it's amazing. Thank you. All right, Beach Channel, thank you so much for watching. This has been Life and Style.